pensioners in Akwa Ibom State have said that they are ready and willing to contribute a quota to the efficient administration of the state by Governor Udom Emmanuel. Coming under the umbrella of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Akwa Ibom State branch, and the Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative, the retired workers said that government should call on them whenever the need arises. They were speaking when the Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative, ACRI, paid a courtesy visit on the state executive of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners. The story is here presented in our studios.
The retirees commended Governor Udom Gabriel Emmanuel for efficient beginning of his administration and assured of their continued advice and prayers for guidance and good direction for the administration. The State Secretary of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Obong Cosmos Essien, who stood in for the chairman, regretted the non-harmonization of pensioners' remuneration and called on Udom Gabriel Emmanuel-led administration to come to their rescue. Obong Essien commended the Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative for working to improve and project the cause of pensioners and urged them to keep the spirit.
And we believe that Udom, having taken over both asset and liability, and will be able to look into this harmonization exercise adequately. On the part of local governments, this union tried to work with the Accountant General to salvage their situation, and the local government and primary school are working together.
The president of Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative, Elder Ntedo Emma, in an address traced the history of the body to 2012, saying it has the aim of mobilizing retirees towards effective economic growth, good health and spiritual well-being. Elder Ntedo Emma said the group also exists to support government programs and activities, in addition to establishing schemes to promote the welfare of members. He said the initiative, which is an affiliate of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, was concerned about the disparity of pensions of some retirees and called for harmonization. The president of Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative also spoke on the condition of retired Nolge members, the gratuity of primary school teachers, and called on NLC to carry them along while putting forward their demands to the state government.
Akwa Ibom Retirees Initiative is a conglomeration of senior citizens, men and women of all professions, who retire from the federal, state, and local government establishments, including the organized private sector. It is a registered social-cultural organization with chapters in the 31 local government areas and Abuja. Before the emergence of this organization in 2012, people, including some of our retirees, saw retirement not as the beginning of another stage of life, better life, but as the end of life, allowing themselves to be downtrodden, forgotten in the scheme of things, and push aside the abundant wealth of experiences to be shared with the younger generation, which can improve the lives of the society.
Students of Bright Stars Model Secondary School Uyo have commended the management of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation for devoting much of its airtime to promote children's program on the television and radio services of the corporation. They made a recommendation during their visit to AKBC. The students were conducted around facilities at the transmitting station by the head of reportorial, Mr. Israel Thompson, and were also lectured on the basics of radio broadcasting and how the station operates.
Come to live studio of Radio Akwa Ibom 90.5 FM. It's a live studio in the sense that we are transmitting as we are talking. I'm sure you can feel me right now. I'm playing music. It's a musical program going on right now. It's called Global Pop, and I'm the presenter. So it's ongoing on air as we're standing right now. So this is a live studio. This is where we entertain, we inform, and we educate you. We educate you in the sense that we give information that you need to know, and you will learn from.
The students in their reaction said they were impressed by the quality of children-friendly programs, especially the Children's Parliament on AKBC Radio and Tinkinak on AKBC Television. They said the visit had provided them the opportunity to learn more about the elementary techniques of broadcasting, and that these would help them in their academic program.
I'd like to thank the management and the school authority and the AKBC Channel 45 authority for bringing us here and making us know about some things that we don't really know, that is also in ICT that we need to know about. I appreciate the effort of our school to bring us here on a practical educational tour, come and see the transmission media, how the transmission is done, how things are done on air.
I just want to thank the AKBC for giving us the opportunity to be here to experience things that we have been taught in the class.
The Councillor and Head of Department of Information and Communication, Bright Stars Model Evangelist Godman Essien, who led the students, said the excursion was to enable them to have first-hand information on issues relating to broadcasting and information communication technology. He thanked the management of Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation for the opportunity.
The students are here to gather information on practical knowledge of information communication technology, and that is actually what they have been able to gather here, because it is not enough to have students study within the four walls of the classroom. It is good for them to have a practical knowledge.
We'll bring you more reports after the break. Do stay on. Thank you for staying tuned, and here are the reports for the second segment of our bulletin. Government at all levels have been advised to invest in agricultural research in order to ensure food security in the country. This was the view of some agricultural experts in the Department of Animal Science, University of Uyo, during the 2015 Animal Scientist Lecture held at the university recently. The lecture had as its theme Livestock and Economic Well-being in Africa. Florence Moito has more.
Livestock farming as essential to the sustenance of life and the creation of wealth. He said that the problems of the shortfall of animal feeds in the state was akin to the analogy of the child of the Nile who died of thirst, urging the state government and the people to embark on large-scale feed production for the local and international feeds market.
Where Nigeria is today, we are only the tip of the iceberg. Nigeria sits on a gold mine, and that gold mine is its future. And if today fails us, we will only blame ourselves if tomorrow also fails us.
The chief host and vice chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Comfort Ekpo, represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Trenchard Ibia, expressed the desire of the university to partner with investors towards the national development drive and said he hoped that the lecture will provoke a synergy between research and development.
Research drives development everywhere else in the world except Nigeria, where research and development either go on broken parallel lines or both show no relationship at all. Agricultural research being the worst affected.
The chairman on the occasion and Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Professor Ini Akwabio, represented by the Vice Dean and the Head of Department of Soil Science, Dr. Geoffrey Effiong, expressed optimism that the lecture will broaden the horizon of lecturers and students to new possibilities and development in the field.
In the face of undeniable success of agriculture in the developed world, its practitioners should at least ask the qualitative questions about whether hunger is a problem of insufficient production, inequitable distribution, or irresponsible consumption.
Receiving a commemorative plaque for his contributions towards the success of the lecture, the chairman and chief executive Dantata Foods and Allied Products Limited and sponsor of the 2015 inaugural lecture, Alhaji Tajuddin Dantata, expressed his happiness for the honor. Alhaji Dantata pledged to continue to partner with the University of Uyo through sponsorship and the state through investment to ensure that greater prominence is given to agriculture in the country. Florence Umoituk reporting.
The state government has inaugurated the 2015 Olympic Day Committee. The committee is saddled with the responsibility of organizing sporting activities to mark the Olympic Day celebration, which is celebrated every June. It has as its chairman the Director of Sports, Coach Aneri Dixon, and Secretary Mr. Ifyok Dorf. Performing the inauguration at the conference room of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Permanent Secretary Tuekong said they expressed satisfaction at the desire of the state governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, to give sports top priority in his administration. The Tuekong Edem stated that as the world marks the establishment of the Olympics, which cover areas such as teamwork, discipline, love and respect for one another, there was need to set up a committee with experienced hands to organize a befitting celebration in the state. The Permanent Secretary, who restated the readiness of the staff to give the best to the Udom Emmanuel administration, advised the committee members to discharge their duties creditably.
Is to address the physical fitness of all of us within the public and the private sector. Because it's not only work. You have to put your body and spirit together to be able to enhance the productivity in the service. I want to urge all of you that this call to duty must be perfect. I don't want any intrigue. What I want you is total perfection in your responsibility. And on that note, by special grace of God, I, Tuekong said, Permanent Secretary of Uyo and Sport hereby inaugurate this committee 2014 Olympic thereon in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Responding on behalf of the committee members, the chairman and director of sports, Coach Aneri Dixon, expressed the readiness of the members to put up a fun-filled Olympic Day celebration in the state. Coach Dixon said it was the responsibility of the committee to showcase the rich sporting talents of the state and use them to bring harmony, peace and friendship among all sections of the state in line with the tenets of the Olympics. The committee chairman noted that if politicians and the entire citizenry would emulate sportsmen who know that in every contest, winners and losers would emerge and they all come together to release the winners and console the losers, the society would be a peaceful place, stressing that this year's edition will be remarkable.
Most of the committee members were here with us last year, and this is not a new program, to the members, most especially those from the Sports Council. This has been our job every year, and apart from physical fitness is unity among every one of us. And for us in the Sports Council, we carry everybody along. We don't discriminate to say that this one is from youth or this one is from Sports Council.
Our sports reporter Justice Udosoro, he is a member of the committee, says the newly inaugurated body swung into action by having an inaugural meeting to earmark the parameters of the Olympic Day celebration, which will feature a run from a designated point to an end point. The meeting also deliberated on the attendance of the day run by the state governor, Ms. Udom Emmanuel, who is expected to flag off the event in the first week of July. Committee members include some management staff of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, medical personnel and sports writers in the state. As the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations draws close, Akwa Ibom-born Super Eagles goalkeeper Vincent Enyema has announced plans to end his football career. Also, Boko Haram victims to benefit from the United Nations plan to rebuild a crisis from northeast Nigeria. This and more in Channel 45 Foreign News segment with Samuel Ayara.
The captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Vincent Enyema, has announced that he will end his football career after playing in the 2017 African Cup of Nations in Gabon. The Akwa Ibom-born goalkeeper, who was part of the Nigerian squad in 2002, 2010 and 2014 and had gone ahead to win his 100th cap, made his competitive debut with the Nigerian team in the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Enyema hopes that the 2017 African Cup of Nations ends well for his team and hopes he will be remembered for good. The first phase of providing help and early recovery support to over 700 women and youths victims of the Boko Haram insurgency by the United Nations has commenced. A UN official, Dr. Dauda Toure, who is the United Nations resident coordinator in Nigeria, disclosed this today at a two-day dialogue in Gombe. Dr. Torres said that agro-processing equipment support would be given to another 1,400 internally displaced persons. He stated that 700 beneficiaries will be drawn from Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe State, while beneficiaries of the agro-processing equipment support will be drawn from Adamawa and Borno through Food and Agriculture Organization. The two-day dialogue with the theme, Dialogue on Women's Engagement on the Peace, Security and Reconciliation in the Post-Insurgency Northeast, was organized by the UNDP in collaboration with the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution and Guidance and Counseling Development Association. Days after the G7 sanctions against Russia by Ukraine, the Russian President Vladimir Putin today visited the World Expo at the start of a high-profile visit to Italy and Vatican. He was welcomed by the Prime Minister Matteo Renzi, with whom he held bilateral talks, followed by a joint press conference. He is built for Rome, where he is expected to have an audience with Pope Francis, with focus on Ukraine amid fear of a fragile ceasefire agreed on in February, which is already falling apart. Police in the Indian capital today said they have broken up an illegal adoption racket in which newborn babies were stolen from hospitals and sold to couples, arresting 3 members of a group which operates a fake charity outfit in New Delhi that allegedly sold 2 dozens of babies to couples for up to $1,600 each. The said time was up on the illicit business. At the fake outfit, the police reports that 2 children have so far been rescued during a raid on Monday, following a sting operation in which undercover officers a couple seeking to adopt a baby. The Delhi police are seeking assistance from other states where the babies were apparently trafficked by agents in the hope of reuniting some with their birth.
Thank you very much for being a part of our news presentation this morning. But before we go, we'd like to inform you that you can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging onto akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. Before we end the news, here are the top stories of the bulletin. Governor Udom Emmanuel has called on Akwa Ibom representatives at the National Assembly to collaborate with the state administration to evolve policies that would engender wealth creation and sustain the tempo of development in the state. The governor made the remark in Abuja at a reception organized for the National Assembly members shortly after the inauguration. We also told you that the peacock paint, which has since been extinct, is soon to return to the market This follows the decision of the government to resuscitate the peacock paint industry in Tinan. Governor Udom Emmanuel made the government's decision known when he undertook facility tour of the industry at Ikorekan. As a package this morning, we'll bring you more stories at 12 and 8 tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.